This week on Taste Utah, we're celebrating the art and craft of pizza. Over the years, we've visited some of the staples all over Utah, highlighting different ways to prepare a simple and delicious pizza, like the wood-fired pies you'll find at Pizzeria 712 in Provo, Centro Pizza in Cedar City, and Peekaboo Kitchen in Kanab. We've also brought you New York-style pizza darlings like Este Pizza in Salt Lake City or Sandstone Pizza and Grill in Hannah. We're also introducing you to a spot that's been serving up their famous pies for almost 6 decades. So it's no surprise that the oldest family-owned business in Park City is one of the oldest pizzerias in Utah, Red Banjo Pizza, located at the top of historic Main Street. Okay, so maybe they didn't start out slinging pizzas, but we're lucky that the Tolley family decided to turn this once bar into a family-friendly pizza joint. And they're celebrating 60 years in business, which means they've definitely found the harmony and struck a chord with locals and visitors alike. Taste Utah is always bringing you local flavors from seeds to our authentically Utah restaurants. Behind every good food story is a great people story. It's our farmers, artisans, chefs, restaurateurs, and hospitality professionals that make Utah a dining destination. Food is a necessity, and it's how we cultivate it, share it, and experience it together that truly creates our unique community. You always have a seat at this table. Are you ready to taste Utah? We're on historic Main Street, Park City, and I'm taking you to a legacy restaurant. We're going to the oldest family-owned business in Park City. They were slinging pizzas way back when Park City was a humble mining town. We're going to Red Banjo Pizza. We're about to go inside. Donovan, Carson, I hear you're 4th generation restaurateurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited to eat some pizza and talk about Red Banjo.
Welcome, right this way, please.
Thank you. So we have 4 generations here. We have Tana Tolley, who is daughter, Scott Tolley, who is dad.
Yes.
Grandma,
Mary Lou
Tolley, and then we just met Donovan and Carson.
Yes,
So
4 generations.
4 generations. So oldest business, family owned in Park City.
Yes,
We've literally been doing this since
1962.
the mining era.
So it started as a bar.
Okay.
And in 1962, there were not very many restaurants or bars in Park City.
Okay.
The town had about 800 people. The ski resort was not even open yet. It would open the following winter.
Okay.
And at that time, my grandparents were about 23, 24 and decided to open a bar. This had originally been called the Park Tavern. It was a bar until about the mid-70s and then decided to go with pizza and make it more of a family-friendly establishment.
Park City is now getting known and for the last 2 decades for like the Sundance Film Festival and being kind of ritzy and shishi and you can come and have this elevated experience with food and beverage and but you want to pay homage to that legacy of the mining town.
Yeah, absolutely. My great-grandfather and my great-great-grandfather were both miners. We want to make sure we're part of that because that's definitely part of our legacy as a family here. And we want to continue to show that to the rest of the world. It's so important to keep our culture, and that's not just skiing and Sundance, it's what were we before this.
What do we have in front of us? Give us a rundown of what I just dove right in because there's food in front of me. It's delicious. It's pizza.
So this is our Red Banjo special. This is 4 meats, 4 vegetables.
Okay.
This is a pepperoni pizza. The lemon is our signature, so I will put lemon on it. It brings out the flavor of the pizza sauce, and so you don't have to do a lot, just a little like this.
I love it.
You'll probably never go back to
I'm gonna
not
steal
doing
some
it.
because I didn't, and I'm like now jealous. Okay.
And then we have cheese bread, and then this is our spinach and fruit salad. It has our sweet vinaigrette dressing on it. And then this is our newest creation, which is cauliflower crust, and that is a gluten-free option.
One of the cool things about this restaurant is that
it's adapted with the times, and you're able to offer things like gluten-free crust, but it still feels comfortable and traditional, and you know you can come here and get solid pizza.
The Main Street has changed over and over since the 60s.
What's been your intention as far as Red Banjo?
Just trying to keep the same recipe going as we started out with.
You're also supporting your community, which is really, really special. So, Tana, you're a city council member even.
Yeah, I recently was elected.
Congratulations.
Thank you. In January, I started on the Park City Council, and it's been great. But besides that, we also support quite a few different nonprofits in town. One in particular that's close to us is the Nordic Combined team, which is the Park City ski team, and Donovan, who you met earlier, is one of their team members.
What started that desire to want to support the Nordic team?
We've always supported Park City ski teams.
Okay.
My aunt was the first inductee into the Park City Ski Team Hall of Fame, actually.
No way.
She was basically Park City's sweetheart in the 70s to go to the Olympics for downhill skiing. So our family's got this ski legacy. I always say, we know three things: pizza, Park City, and skiing.
I love that.
And so we've just maintained, being a part of the ski community. And then when Donovan found that he had this love of ski jumping, we just, jumped right in with it.
There's this wall of dollar bills, which I think is also super, super special. What's the significance of that?
So we have a wall that we call the Cancer Wall. And basically people can come in and, leave a note, maybe in honor of someone they lost to cancer, or they just want to donate. And this started about 12 years ago when my dad had cancer, and we're green 13 years later. But
congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think what's really cool is that Park City, like you mentioned, Scott, has seen so many different iterations. It went from this extraordinary mining town where you still actually hear the sirens at night of the mining.
The 10 o'clock whistle.
Right, just for tradition. Like there's nobody in the mines, but to keep that legacy alive, here you have Red Banjo that has been here since the beginning and also iterated with the times as well. And I have to ask, I'd be remiss if I didn't, the audience would be so mad at me. Red Banjo, what is that all about?
Nobody can actually remember where the name came from.
Okay.
I remember my dad was really kind of fascinated with the red onion in Aspen. We always talking about Aspen, so I'm just guessing that is where he came up with the red. And the banjo, I have no idea.
Banjo may be one of the best instruments of all time.
Yes, I guess so.
This has just been such a special time to sit with you and to learn about the history of Red Banjo and to really understand the significance of this sort of icon that it is in the community. So just thank you so much for sitting with me and the time that it took to prepare all this. Is it cool if I pop back in the kitchen and watch one of these beautiful creations being crafted?
Absolutely.
Sure.
All right.
And thank you so much for
cheers,
coming.
Cheers, everyone. I'm gonna eat this cauliflower crust. So Scott, you're gonna make us a pizza.
Yes, I'll show you how to make a pizza.
Okay, so we start by pulling it out, rolling it up in a little ball.
Roll it up. It's best to roll it up in a flat ball.
Okay, and it's like you're almost tucking the...
tuck it underneath.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And the flat ball is the easiest way to roll.
And how long have you been making pizzas for?
Oh, 40 years.
I mean, it's so cool.
A little flour on top to stop it from sticking.
And now you're rolling it with a nice big rolling pin. And you can see the gluten has really created this lovely bond together where like you're pulling it out.
You do need high gluten for
Yeah.
sure flour when you're making pizza.
You're gonna do a little
Cornmeal on here
cornmeal so it doesn't
doesn't stick, and it
Okay.
also stops the pizza from burning, the bottom's burning in the oven.
And now this is your house-made sauce?
This is the house sauce.
Oh, okay. Nice healthy portion of cheese because a
Nice
pizza
cheese on
isn't
there.
a pizza without some cheese.
Okay, so we just start with
Got some
always put the
mushrooms.
mushrooms on first. It seems to help it
What
absorb
pizza are
some
you?
of the grease. I'm
Yeah.
making a Red Banjo special.
Okay, you're making the one we just saw on the table.
Yep.
Love it. A little bit of pepperoni.
Pepperoni.
Classic on a pizza.
You got to have pepperoni. I always like to
Ham.
just kind of fill in with the ham. Always try to make sure you get it on the outsides of the pizza because it's really easy to just get everything going towards the middle.
And then sausage. Is that sausage cooked?
No.
Which is really great. I mean,
It's
it's
not
something to
pre-cooked.
know because it'll cook in
It cooks in, you get the flavor.
Yeah, yeah. And the nice thing about green peppers and the onion is that even when it's cooked, it's still crispy, so there's a little bit of that texture.
And finish it off with some olive.
Black olives, to me, like the nuts and bolts of a pizza. I've been eating.
Pepperoni and olive.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Now we go in the pizza oven?
Goes right in the pizza oven.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Slide it right in there.
Slides right in.
Nice.
5 minutes later, you have a pizza.
Whew. She's a hot one. Oh, look at that. Oh, the pizza looks so good. Oh, the smell is, I mean, like I wish that people could smell this. It smells so good. And then we'll just do a little squeeze and then pick your poison here. I'll take here, you'll take there. Oh yeah. Scott, this has just been so fun. Oh, it's so hot. It's so cheesy. Cheers to you and your entire family. Pizza
Thank you.
cheerses are the best.
We know how much Utah loves pizza. This week, we're reminding you about a few of our favorite locations throughout the state. Summit Pizza Co. in Camas was born out of Dan Littledyke's professional experience and a knowledge that all good pizza begins with the dough. And remember Antica Forma in Moab? Not only do they have their own pizziolo, a certified pizza maker, but he's also taking the time and care to stretch their own mozzarella to sprinkle over their house-made pizzas. Then we're on to Mozz in Provo, where partners in love and life, Aaron and Jared, are sourcing from local farms and dairies to showcase Utah's food community. And finally, we stop by Nono in Salt Lake City and sit down with owner Will McMaster, who fell in love with pizza and his passion for this wood-fired pie, along with his dedication to using local and simple ingredients to make everything on his menu shine.
This looks like an amazing spread that you've created.
Thank you. This is some of our best.
Will you just give us a lay of the spread that you have?
The one in front of you is our classic margarita.
Okay.
It's thin crust, crushed tomatoes, fresh mozzarella,
Love it.
and then olive oil on top with some basil.
And then this one right in front of you, is a little special significance for you?
It is. It's
Yeah.
my favorite. That we call it the Dan's Request.
Okay.
And it's pepperoni, sausage, green pepper, and onion.
Okay.
And then we have the chicken pesto
Okay.
with the balsamic drizzle on top to give you a little bit of vinegary, sweet, so it hits all parts of your tongue.
I love that. And is that a red sauce on the bottom or is it pesto?
Pesto.
And you're making the sauce in-house?
We are.
What's the process of making the dough like?
We start with a special flour that's made here in Utah. We mix it the old-fashioned way. Our mixer is from Italy.
Nice.
It introduces more air than a planetary mixer. And then we let it sit for 1 to 2, sometimes 3 days
Wow.
to let it age slowly. And that's what gives it the flavor.
You mentioned that you're using local flour. Where are you getting it from?
Yes, from Richmond, Gilt Edge Flour Mills and up there, and they make an awesome flour.
You're bringing this new, delicious, wonderful artisan-style pizza to the city, but you're still creating and holding sacred the infrastructure, the roots that make this place so special.
We hope so.
Yeah.
That's our goal.
All right, Israeli, you're gonna teach me how to make fresh mozzarella. I'm so excited. You're gonna let me help, so I'm gonna put some gloves on.
What we have here is mozzarella curd.
Okay.
So we use mozzarella curd because it helps us cut the process in half.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna slice it right here
Okay.
with this guitar. We're just gonna push down like this with your hand.
Nice, firm.
Yes, just like that. And don't worry, you won't cut your.
Yeah,
you
should I
won't cut,
try it?
Yeah, yes, you can.
On this one?
Yeah, yep.
And I go this way?
Yeah.
Okay, and just get like some pressure on all sides of it.
Yes. And just kind of run your hands side to side. And there you go.
Boom. Perfect.
Now we're gonna put the cheese.
And the most important part of this process is hot water, right? Because that's what
Hot
makes
water,
the cheese
yes.
malleable.
Yeah. So your water, you gotta make sure it's
Super
boiling.
hot. Yep.
Because if it's too cold, then it'll be hard to stretch it.
The cheese is not going to melt.
You put about between 14 to 16 grams of salt for each pound.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna add that salt to it.
Spreading that around nice and liberally.
Yes. Now you wanna go around first,
Okay.
because you don't wanna put all the hot water in the middle.
So then it just like congeal together, yeah?
Yeah, because if you put everything in the middle, then all the fat from the cheese will come out, and you don't want that. So you want to go around slowly.
Because you're not trying to cook the cheese, you're
Yes,
just trying to make it pliable.
Yes.
And you have to have like very tempered hands to do this.
Oh
right?
yes. So sometimes some Italian people, they don't even use gloves. They just use bare hands.
Bare hands, and that's the thing. I mean, you get conditioned to it, and then it's not so hot.
Yeah. So now we're gonna use this thing here.
Okay.
And we're gonna start.
Just moving it back and forth.
Yeah. First, you wanna just, go like this.
Okay.
Side to side. And then when it starts becoming together, then you start stretching.
Okay. That took no time at all. That came together so quickly.
Yes.
Nice.
See how?
Yeah. What are you looking for here as far as it being
we want
finished?
that silky finish here. You want to make sure there's no chunks of curd.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you really are like your quality control right
Yes. Grab it like this. Grab it this way. And you want to put your hand like that.
Okay.
You want to kind of roll it like that.
Tuck it in. And then you've got a ball.
And then you want to cut it by squeezing really hard.
Okay.
Like that. And there you go. Like this.
I would love to. I'm like so nervous, but I do want to.
Okay, so just
So
it then.
Go like that.
And just follow what I do.
Hold it.
Yes.
Hold it.
Yeah, now just try.
And then just kind of try tucking it all in.
Yes.
Tucking it all in. Tucking it all in. And then
Perfect. And then squeeze really hard.
Really hard. Something
There you go.
that.
Perfect.
Like that? Is that really?
Yeah.
Oh, it feels so cool in my
Good job.
hands too.
You guys are sourcing so many local products to make a pizza. I think people think, pizza is so simple, but it actually is simple ingredients that shine together, and there's a complexity to that. And I imagine a complexity to the whole sourcing process and sourcing story.
This is our seasonal pizza, which changes. We get the corn from a local farm stand called Harwards. We've got goat cheese on there. Then we have our red onions, which come from a local farm as well, Stubbs, and the chimichurri, which is from Snuck Farms. So chimichurri is kind of an Argentinian style salsa.
Yeah.
Lots of herbs and garlic in there.
It's super good. It's acidic.
Yeah, and it makes that corn pop.
You source seasonal ingredients, and so the pizzas could change.
Well, pretty much as soon as we can't get the corn from the farm stand anymore, we'll be switching to a different one. So Brussels sprouts are kind of a winter item, so we'll be featuring a Brussels sprout pizza coming up. It's got awesome bacon, which we're smoking in-house with our awesome Traeger grill.
You're smoking the bacon in-house.
Yeah.
Oh, Traeger is so great too, right?
Yeah,
Another
great.
Local Utah company.
Yes.
What do you have in front of you?
I have our meat pizza, so everything on here is local as well. We down to the dough.
I love that.
Along with our daily stretch mozzarella. We get our curd from a farm in Camas called Gold Creek.
Ashley and Fernando.
Yeah. So Fernando makes our curd for us.
Oh,
We've got
wonderful.
these beautiful brown Swiss cows up there.
Is the sausage from Clifford and then the pepperoni from Creminelli?
Yes, exactly. So we
actually... What they do best.
Yeah, they do. And we make our sausage in-house, trim everything.
And I have to say the dough is fabulous.
These dark spots on here are called leopard spots. And these only show up when your dough is fermented properly.
So from curing your own bacon to making your own sausage, pulling your own mozzarella, that's a process.
We pull that mozzarella every day so that we have fresh, and it takes these guys, they can do about 25 pounds in an hour. So the process is, 25 pounds isn't a ton.
This is fresh, and it hasn't been shredded before, and there are no enzymes and preservatives on it. And so this is just an impeccable quality that's going to nourish you and also like nurture your soul, because it's a gift that's been given from Fernando up at Gold Creek to then the hands here at Mozz to then the chef that's making the pizza of the fresh mozzarella that's been pulled.
I couldn't have said it better myself. It really is. That's what we want to do for people, is we want them to know we're inviting them into our lives and we're trying to give them something from our heart.
So these are some of our fan favorites here. We've got the classic margarita, and we actually have that with buffalo mozzarella that's imported from Italy. The Rocket Man, also one of my favorites. It's kind of a white pizza with arugula and prosciutto. So it's got a fontina and mozzarella base. And then people love our roasted vegetables. Right here we have our broccolini with lemon vinaigrette, and then our cauliflower with thyme and capers. See, all of our pizzas have, we put the grana on there as well as extra virgin olive oil, which I always feel like if you go with Parmesan and extra virgin olive oil, it's you can't beat it.
When you have really high quality ingredients and you're really particular about what you're bringing in, you can do a lot with simple ingredients, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. I think simple, that's our whole thing, simple, and then we use a lot of local ingredients as well. We take a lot of effort into kind of the craft, the pizza craft. It's not an easy, when you're talking about wood-fired ovens, we're talking about making the dough every day, making sure it's rising just to the right level. It's a craft, and we take it seriously. So.